Okay, I just like to preface this because I completely forgot about this last week when I was basically recording. I was meant to talk about the opening and the ending. I don't think can you see me in this thing? No, we can't. So you can also cannot see me here. So let's fix this. First of all, opening very nice. Uh, really cool effects. I liked how I just like the transitions. I think that's very weird to say, but it's been shown a lot. I think one of the first thing that comes up to mind is JJK opening. I think the specials opening. That one, it's getting to the point where there's a lot of shows that are doing that kind of thing. I think they might be done by the same storyboard artist, but I think it's completely fine. I don't think the opening or ending is significantly good or bad. But the ED, that's really good. Visually, it's one of the best. Also, right here, she's very cute. Waguri is really cute. You can see it with all of her. I think the ED is just amazing. They, especially how they draw Waguri, is extremely good. Overall, this episode is pretty good. I think it has a lot of things that I hate. I hate about anime. That's okay. Okay, let me get this right. They have a lot of things that I hate. A lot of things I hate about the anime. They don't have. I think that's probably the best thing. Uh, to explain, I think the first thing is having a parental guide. Uh, well, that doesn't help me. I think the first thing I want to show you if this website works properly. I don't want to go full screen. Is having a proper parental guardian here, which I think she's voiced by. I think she's voiced by the same voice actor as what's the as Arthur Pencilgon? Do they show the mom's voice actor Hisaka Yoko? They finally showed it last week. They didn't, which she she sounds like Arthur Pencilgon, and it should be right. Is Arthur Pencilgon? Oh, she did Freya. I remember Freya. Yeah, she did Arthur Pensacola no Amane Tor. Yeah, so I am correct. So she is voiced by that. She's a very good voice actor. I really like her. Very distinct as well. I think having a parental guardian here is very good because it basically cuts a lot of the teenagers BS where they seek advice to an actual adult. Although you only see the mom here, he does have a dad, and the dad and mom aren't divorced, and they worked at the same place. I don't know why they don't show the dad early on, although he is straight up here. I know we all know he's here because later in the novel you see a lot more of him. I think like in a recent chapter you see his parents, like a small backstory of the parents, and that was actually a really nice mini arc. One of my few favorites, actually, just seeing how they got together. That's also really good. But just the mom lecturing the kid, and him figuring out just like, okay, I have to do some mending. They actually don't drag this over a single arc of like a misunderstanding. Them just like steering away from each other. Like, oh, he thinks of me like this, he thinks of me like that, blah blah blah, that type of thing. I want to also briefly mention, where is this part? This is a briefly mentioned because I think this is better to talk about in a later future because of a certain thing that happens. Uh definitely see the boys hanging out, just doing nothing, but you see that the boys just like, is anything wrong? I want to help. If you have something wrong, tell us. I feel like this one I'm going to talk about later on. I want to go dive deep to it, but it's definitely the start of them like knowing each other better, and I'll probably talk about that uh theme that they used in a different time when once a certain scene happens, which is pretty close because I think maybe next episode they introduce Subaru, which is a core character. Yeah, apart from that, I do like how even where it just tackles between both of them being in different schools and both each school, like each the school, both of the school hate each other for certain reasons, and him looking past that and judging them for who they are, which Waguri right here is a person who is like that, and it can be an allegory for racism if you really want to dive deeper, where two groups maybe hate each other or something, and then the best way is just and not judging by their appearance or whatever, blah blah blah. There's something like some kind of misogynistic thing. I don't know what is the best way to say it, but they might have some themes in it. But it's a very good short episode, which starts strong. It sets up the conflict, him figuring out, realizing it, and ending where they both apologize to each other. I mean, they both just mend. No proper thing. They act like proper adults, which is kind of concerning because most teenagers don't actually act like this. Although it's still a really good romance manga, and I think it's probably the best romance manga of quite recently. Like, I think it's still better than Kaguya-sama. I think just best romance of like this year in general. I would say Tune Into Midnight Heart is better, but that's coming out next year, and I don't think. And even then, I won't even count that as romance because I don't really call that a romance manga anymore. I mean, I don't really call this a romance manga. I mean, it is a romance manga, but recently in chapters, they're more focused more of like the adolescence life where they more figure out their future, more of like that transitional period from teenagers, like children to adults, trying to figure out their life, blah blah blah. You kind of get the point, but like, yeah, honestly, I'm just excited, man. It's just slow. It's. I'm just thinking a lot about this manga because this is actually really, 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 really good, and I still recommend it. And just you hearing me ramble about this, not even this episode, man. I feel like the first couple of episodes is pretty good, but I feel like once we introduce Subaru, that's when like the story really picks up, and I can't wait for it, man. Overall, this is a really good episode, but we just need time. Also, I do want to say a little bit about some of the animation. Waguri, as usual, she is very, 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 very cute. You can see her face right here. I think that's probably where I think it's the ending scene right here. Uh, where she does a little jump. That's cute. I like that. Very, very cute. Uh, uh, that's also cute as well. But that's I think that's from last episode. Another thing I want to mention that kind of put me off, like this is probably the only flaw I can think of, is that there are some green here. I don't know if this from the actual ripped video or is it just in the anime in general. But there are some scenes at the end where I just have random green stuff, which is kind of off-putting. But apart from that, it's well done. I can definitely say that they didn't really put too much focus on like what's the word, like most modern anime now, especially I think Ufotable is like the best example where they use a lot of lighting effects, a lot of special effects to make it look more cinematic. This one definitely doesn't have as much compared to like it's a lot more like from the scene. Very it's good, but it's not like hyper focused. It's a lot more toned down, I would say. I don't know what's the word. It doesn't have that. I mean, it does have it in this scene where it shows lighting like to make it more realistic, but like some scenes it's kind of like flat, which is fine. I feel like this scene is also good as well. It's just very inconsistent sometimes. But yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna have to say. I'm just excited for this next episode when I think they're gonna introduce Subaru. Was Hoshin? Yeah, the goat Subaru. I really like her character. But yeah. So yeah, that's how I thought. I think it's a good episode, but uh, it doesn't. I don't feel like it's just two solid shows. I mean, two solid episodes, but I don't think it picks. It's not at the point where it picks up into a great yet. But that's like not saying like it's a bad thing, because I feel like it's a really good setup. It's done really really well. It's not annoying. It's actually extremely watchable. It's probably something that can actually, it's worth my time. Something I can say that is not worth my time. Maybe Gamers. I think Gamers is the one type of thing that is not worth my time. But yeah, I think I'm just rambling on, just speaking random words now. So yeah, I think I want to end it there. So yeah. Thank you for me just ramble on about an episode in this anime. So yeah, nice. 11. Holy crap, 11 minutes. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna end it here.